and welcome to the March 2020 readings. My name's Dylan R McCabe and I'd like to thank you all for being here. Thank you to everyone who's liked, commented and shared so far, and thank you to all of my subscribers as well. I really appreciate you all being here. So I'm recording this message as a general message before we get into the individual messages for the zodiac signs, because I wanted to talk a little bit about March in general, the energies as we move into March and as we come towards the end of March as well. We start off in Pisces and we end in Aries. And Aries comes about when we get to the spring equinox around the 20th, 21st of March. So this is a real sense of renewal, this is a new journey, this is a new beginning. And Pisces is the closing out of that journey, the closing out of that cycle. So you could see that as kind of merging with the all, all are one, and we're all connected, and it's this really expanded view of life, the world, of energy. And Pisces is very dreamy, very healing. It's a water sign, and it can be a little bit dreamlike, and maybe not quite as focused as we could be. So just keep that in mind. However, it's a nice time to dream big. So, and also to feel the connectedness as well around us, and to be able to connect with the energies around us and enjoy nature, particularly enjoy being near water. But then, we're going to move into Aries, which is very different. It's initiatory, it is fresh energy, like I said, and it's the creative spark, it's the initial kind of energy to get going on the next journey. So it makes me think of the Fool card in the tarot. So you get around to the World card at the end of the tarot journey, the Fool's journey, and then you start again, because the Fool is 0. In the deck he's 0, so he can go at the end or the beginning of the major arcana. So I feel like, in a way, this is kind of like Fool energy. It's the initial spark of adventure. Aries can be very adventurous. So yeah, in spring, really enjoy, or even autumn in the southern hemisphere actually, still enjoy that kind of Aries energy of this excitement for the journey. And it's also about the individual as well. So it's a really good time to tap into who you truly are authentically as yourself, and then start to build your confidence around that. So that's the general message for the beginning of the March 2020 readings, and I will now go into each astrological sign. I hope you enjoy your video for your sign, and I will speak to you all very soon. Hi Pisces, welcome to your March 2020 reading. Happy birthday to those of you who are celebrating your birthdays in March. And I've just been feeling into the energies a little bit for you Pisces, and I actually had a song come through which was Good Riddance, The Time of Your Life by Green Day. So it's it's definitely, it felt like a crossroads, and it felt like moving on. It felt like something's really done, and not even in a really negative way. It's like okay, so that's over, so where am I heading towards now? What's my focus? What's my North Star? The words North Star just came through. So there's a new focus for you, it feels like, in March, where you get to bring more of yourself out into the world. And if there's anyone who doesn't really get that, then that's okay. And if they're people that are you regularly connect with in your life, maybe family members or friends, it's okay if they don't get that. And I actually had a similar message come through last month for you Pisces, I remember, to do with dreams and not really sharing them with dream stompers. That's what Denise Lynn calls them, and they are people that you tell your dreams to and your goals and your big ideas, and they kind of go, do you really think you can do that? And if you're not feeling particularly fully 100% confident in your ability to do that, then there's sometimes their doubt can creep in, and sometimes we can make that our own, when really we know at a soul level that we're ready to commit to something or to live a certain way. So that's the message that came through. There's this good riddance. Let's move on. I've had a really great time with you, or with this, or with, like, it's just an end of a chapter, and that's perfect really for Pisces. You're the 12th sign, and we're in Pisces season, so it's a good time for that. And also with the Mercury retrograde in Pisces as well. I did feel before I started making the video, when I felt into that energy, that it would be really good for the Pisceans that are watching this video, either sun, moon or rising, to keep an eye on crossed wires when it comes to emotions or emotional expression around other people. Make sure that you're clearly expressing yourself and how you're feeling, and I also just got the message to do that with people that you trust, quality over quantity. So if you've got one or two people that you really trust, that you can talk to about emotions, then go to them rather than the people, which will tend to be the same people that are the dream stompers. Rather than going to the dream stompers and the people that don't get you emotionally, go to either the one or two people that do understand where you're coming from. And there could be new people coming into your life as well, that you can connect with in this way. It's a freer way of being once you've had your good riddance moment and moved forwards. So let's get on with the card draw. And let's take the 3 for this month. Okay. Yeah, so there could be some emotion surfacing, some kind of anxiety around taking this step forward and starting to move forwards into a new area of life. It might be something that you've done before, but you're doing it in a different way, or it could be something completely new. There could be, it feels like old anxieties coming up, where maybe you've tried something similar in the past, or you've had a similar idea in the past, but it wasn't fully formed. So sometimes we have ideas to bring out into the world, and we also feel that we're meant to do something, and we try to do it maybe prematurely, and then you might have a bit of a negative experience, or it doesn't quite pan out the way you wanted it to. But all of that's been a learning curve. So I feel as though when you've tried to put this out in the past, whatever it is that you're moving forwards with or you're wanting to experience, you're getting this sense of, oh, what if it turns out like this again? The only way that you can approach this really is to walk into it with an open heart and to trust your instincts. This is a very watery card. You can get all of the water energy here, the moon as well. This is connected to the energy of Cancer, so your sister sign, another fellow water sign. And it feels as though while you're exploring these dreams and hopes and wishes, and that you're kind of on the precipice right now of starting to create these and bring them into form, it feels as though as you're feeling that energy of creation and starting to move forwards, these fears are starting to, let's say, raise their ugly heads. And sometimes fears can feel like these barking dogs, like you've got all of this frenetic kind of fearful energy that starts to come up in your energy fields, which is based around experiences you've had in the past. And also, obviously your fears for what might happen in the future, and of course we never truly know what's going to happen. So as much as you can, Pisces, over the month of March, especially at the beginning, probably until about midway through, take time to soothe yourself emotionally, and take time to be around people or go to places that soothe you as well. Again, I've had this with a few signs for March, to spend time near water. It's very cleansing, very clearing energy, and a nice flow as well. And of course this will suit you because you're a water sign. Absolutely acknowledge that these fears are coming up, because it feels as though they have messages for you. It highlights, when we have a fear around something, it highlights how we feel about ourselves, how we feel about moving forwards, and it'll highlight any little areas that need to be felt into, and also which parts of us need to be nurtured and taken care of as well, because we can move forwards either with or without our whole selves. We can charge forwards with something and leave parts of us behind, and then it can take some time to catch up, and we're not running at full capacity. So when we're not running at full capacity, or we don't have all of our energy and we're fragmented, we can't live or create effectively, because effectively we have, essentially we have parts missing. So it'd be really important with whatever you're moving forwards on to make sure that the whole of you is on board, and to really nurture and soothe yourself through the process if there are these fears coming through. But it does feel like a time of awakening from slumber almost, and I feel this more towards the end of the month as we move into Aries, but also at the beginning of the month as well. It's just that it's going to be a little bit more perhaps dreamlike and watery, and a meandering kind of flow feeling into where you're going, and then as you move into Aries it's going to be more of you've got a clearer idea now, so you can start to take more action on these ideas. Yeah, so I've had this card come out for a few other signs as well this month. There's a real sense of awakening. I always get an awakening vibe from this card. It's waking from slumber, waking from a dreamlike state in a way. So I do feel like this is towards the end of the month, because as I've said, it's more of a flow, more of a dreamlike energy, more of dreaming things into being at the beginning of the month, which is really great for you because you're fantastic at this kind of thing. Visioning and getting into the flow of that and letting yourself have big dreams. And then, towards the end of the month, or just past the midway point of the month, there's like okay, so wake up, what are you going to do about it? It's great having all these dreams, but you're going to have to start taking action on them. So it's a really nice card to come out as well. I'm also getting a sense of communication coming in. So when Mercury retrograde lifts, there's a possibility that there could be messages coming through for you that have been kind of on the back burner, that have been waiting for the right time and the right energy, for you to shift your energy, for you to be in resonance with the people, the places, the messages that you need to connect with. So then we've got the Page of Pentacles. So it does feel like some of this is work-based. It does feel like it's project-based, it's earthly matters, earthly concerns, but it's something quite in the early stages. That's what it feels like. It's the initial idea of creating something in your life, which is actually going to grow steadily throughout the year. That's what this feels like. Yeah, the words connect with people who have their eyes on the prize just came through. So people who are as focused and dedicated as you are, and who share similar goals for their future, who share similar dreams and passions, and people who make things happen. It feels to me in this card for this reading that the page has almost just manifested the pentacle. He's lifted his hands up and he's created it, and that's what I'm really feeling for you Pisces, especially moving towards the end of the month of March. It's a really lovely energy actually of crafting something. And whether you are actually making crafts, or you're an artist, or whether you're actually just crafting your own life, creating your reality, so all of these dreams that you have, beginning to form and shape them and mold them as you would with clay into something tangible that you can enjoy in your life and that you can build upon as well. Yeah, so beginning of the month, definitely take some time to feel into this kind of energy. What could be trying to hold you back, or what messages are you getting from the emotions that you have coming through when it comes to starting to create these dreams intangible form in your life. Clearing some of this out and taking time for emotional review, which is great with the Mercury retrograde in Pisces, is going to be really, really good, because it's going to clear out some space energetically for you to be able to get moving, wake up and start connecting in with others and start creating more. And then, coming to this point where you're so focused and because if you can dream it, you can do it. If you can dream it, you can be it. I'm really believing in that, and really knowing. Actually, I'm feeling to look back into your past experience in a positive way, actively connecting with projects or things or experiences in your life where you've proven to yourself that you can do this, that you can manifest what you want. Sometimes we forget that we've done that. And just feel into how exciting that was when you've actually done that in your past, and you know that you're capable of it because you've done it. Then it's easier for you to move forwards with that confidence of being able to do it again. You just need to gather your strength, close out what needs to be closed out, and move forwards with this sense of purpose. And don't forget to connect in with people who share that kind of vision and who also make things happen. The awakeners of the planet, the awakeners and the creators, really. It's really important to be around like-souled people when you're starting to move into these realms of creating your best life, I guess. So I hope this reading has been helpful, and I'm wishing you a great March 2020. If you'd like to connect with me, either to book in for some kind of session, I offer healing, astrology reports, and of course tarot readings, then you can contact me below. There are all the links there. There are also links to my Patreon and social media, my website. You can find out more about me, what I'm about and what I do in the world. And just thank you all for watching. If you'd like to join my Patreon, then I would absolutely love to have you there. I'm creating exclusive content there for people who sign up. And I'll speak to you all next month. Have a wonderful March. Much love. Peace.